So I go back to my parents' house where I'm staying as a guest.
As a very blacked out guest.
Right. And I decided that I would just draw myself a romantic bath, at which point I decided I was also pretty hungry because I was blacked out. And so
Baths can get hungry too.
I was drippy and naked and went into the kitchen and made myself about 20 or 30 chicken nuggets and then just carried them back to the romantic bath and didn't bother with a plate or anything like that and just sat in the bath and then just let them fall into the bath and then just ate them out of the bath, dipping them in my own self.
My mom was completely home.
My mom was completely home. And then I apparently proceeded to masturbate.
Very loudly.
And apparently I fall asleep on myself.
So I go into the bathroom to where I just see a very pale, sad, lonely sister asleep, completely naked as the water is rising, just with lots of floating chicken nuggets. And I just limply take her out of the bath, wrap her in a slip, send her off to bed. And then the next morning, my mom says to me, if your sister is like that with herself, I don't want to know what she is like with man. I don't either.
I always get in the dumbest arguments when I've been drinking. My old roommate and I woke my wife up once. It's like 4 a.m. on a Wednesday, and she hears from the living room my buddy John yelling, no man, cats don't fuck, cats make love. And we get in a fist fight over this. Neither one of us has ever owned a cat. We have no idea how they court each other, what they do. We're just drunk. And then I would love to see a beer commercial that captures that kind of drinking. Like what people actually do when they're drunk. With like two guys just getting a terrible fist fight at a wedding, and they're finally separated by an older woman, and she asks, what the hell happened? And the one guy answers, that son of a bitch doesn't think I can outrun a flamingo. The Miller time, right there. I think that would be an honest beer commercial.
Okay, I work 12, 14-hour days. Get off at midnight, right. You go out for a drink. It'd be like you going out for a drink. Well, you don't work, so
right.
To a working man,
right.
A man going out for
Absolutely.
a drink at 5 o'clock.
Right.
And we left a 2 o'clock bar and we went to a 4 o'clock bar down the street, which the official name was open for business, but it was known as the morgue. Because the previous owner, they found 2 dead bodies in the cooler. And so the people started calling it the morgue. So Soupy and I closed that bar at 4, and we went for breakfast. So we went to a Greasy Spoon in Bridgeport. Get home around 6. My wife was getting ready for work. And instead of just being a slug and going to sleep, I thought I'd be a concerned husband and keep her company while she was getting ready for work.
Who doesn't want to get up for work and have her husband
I'm a giver.
From an all-night bed?
I'm a giver. So I was laying in bed and talking to her while she was getting her wardrobe together. And our dog, at the time we had a beagle named Socks, and Socks would jump up on the bed. And he loved laying on his back. He'd lay on our deck and look, he was sunbathing. And he'd lay on our bed and he loved being petted underneath his chin. He loved being stroked along his neck.
Okay.
So I'm talking to my wife and I'm stroking him along the neck, and I said, you better have him looked at. I said, he's got some kind of growth under his chin. And she said, I think you better get yourself looked at. Those are his balls.